A motion has been put forward for Papua New Guinea to ratify the Paris Agreement to show the country's stand to commit and support international efforts in addressing climate change. Foreign Affairs and Immigration Minister Rimving Pato, in a joint submission with the Minister for Environment, Conservation and Climate Change, John Pundari, have put forward the notion and sought endorsement of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change Paris Agreement 2016 Implementation Bill. Minister Pato, in a media statement, said the agreement was concluded at the 21st Conference of Parties of the UNFCCC that convened in Paris, France last year. Sheila Malkin reports.
This convention sets out a framework for actions aimed at stabilizing the concentrations of greenhouse gases and strengthening the global response to the threat of climate change. Minister Pato said the 2015 COP21, for the first time in over 20 years of UN negotiation, aims to achieve a legally binding and universal agreement on climate with the aim of keeping global warming below 2 degrees Celsius. Papua New Guinea was one of the 196 countries who reached a consensus at COP21 in Paris. Both Ministers Pato and Pundari highlighted that the Paris Agreement is new and the elements contained within the agreement are already in full implementation in Papua New Guinea since 2010. This has culminated with the Cabinet's endorsement of the National Climate Compatible Development Management Policy in 2014 and the enactment of the Climate Change Act in 2015. It further added that 79% of the country's population depends on the biological resources for physical, spiritual and social livelihoods. Minister Pato said, with the current trend in climate change, over 1/3 of the population living in coastal areas have experienced drastic impacts of climate change, including inland flooding and landslides, which are becoming a common problem. This Paris Agreement will also give Papua New Guinea the chance to benefit from climate change finance and to make developments that not only benefits the present, but the future generation of Papua New Guinea. Sheila Malkin, NBC National News, Port Moresby.